everybody, it's Chris and Jim here from Midlife Travel Bug. So today we thought we'd share some interesting information with you guys about the medical tourism in Southeast Asia, specifically Bangkok. We wanted to come here and do some medical testing and sort of see how this works here. So we decided to go to visit some of the hospitals. So we're going to show you around how that went. We're going to show you some pricing and then show you the total that we spent for skin cancer screening.
Yeah, and the reason we're doing this is because medical tourism is very big here in Bangkok. There's lots of different tests that you can get done. When we were back in Canada, for myself personally, I wanted to go see a dermatologist and went to my family physician, and basically he said, yeah, no problem, I can get you a referral, but it's going to be about 18 months to see the dermatologist.
So it's a rather long time to have to wait to have something checked on. I mean, we're appreciative of the medical care system that we do have. However, we wanted it to be looked at sooner, so we decided to do this while we were here in Asia.
One of the first things we did is we jumped online and started researching, skin cancer screening in Bangkok. Now, there's a lot of websites that come up, but there's not a lot of accurate information or information to tell you exactly what to do and where to go. So we started off our journey when we landed here in Bangkok as far as just going to some of the skin med places because they're everywhere. This is a very big industry here in Bangkok.
So what we sort of discovered in our journey was that we were going to multiple clinics to sort of ask the questions. Sometimes the translation was a little hard to get the information that we needed, but we quickly discovered that we ended up needing to go specifically to the hospitals.
For seeing a dermatologist to do skin cancer screening, the easiest way was to visit one of the local hospitals, and there are many, and just make an appointment with a skin clinic in the hospital, the dermatologist there, and then they would basically do a head-to-toe scan for you. So we wanted to make sure that we covered 3 different hospitals. We wanted to just do some research on price comparison, how soon it is to get into one of these places.
What was included.
Yeah, what was included, and just the whole experience to pass along to you guys. If you're looking to do some kind of skin testing or skin cancer screening, or just wanting to see a dermatologist in general.
Now, the process was a little bit tricky. Like Jim explained, online we didn't get as much information as we were hoping for. So we tried the clinics, it didn't work. We ended up going to 3 different hospitals and getting actually 3 very different prices.
So the 3 hospitals that we visited were the Bumrungrad International Hospital.
Excuse us on how we pronounce everything, we struggle.
That's a tough one. We're going to put it all on the screen and in our description below as well. We also visited the MedPark Hospital.
Yes.
And the Bangkok Hospital.
Now, I have to say, we were extremely impressed with the medical hospitals here in Bangkok. They were ultra modern, ultra clean, very efficient with staffing, and we were overall impressed with each and every one of them.
Yeah, I think there's a major medical tourism industry here in Bangkok. So when you walk up to the reception desk in any of these hospitals, they kind of know exactly what to give you, what information to give you, and everything like that. There's even valet parking at some of them, which was shocking.
Actually felt more like a spa kind of visit than it did a hospital visit, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it was definitely very impressive. Now, having worked in the medical field at home in Canada, I was really impressed with the overall modern amenities that they offered.
Very clean facilities, very organized. You don't see patients on gurneys in the hospitals like you might in our hospital system, but it was very easy to kind of get around and walk around the hospitals. They have amazing food courts in the hospitals.
You can do some shopping while you're there, jewelry, flowers, whatever you need.
It's just like a next level that we're not used to back home. So we didn't have any scheduled appointments when we were checking out the information from these hospitals. We basically just showed up to each hospital and walked in, went to the registration. And after visiting the first one, which was Bumrungrad Hospital, we quickly realized that we needed to go to the skin and aesthetics clinic inside the hospital, or the skin dermatology center, it might be called. But if you specifically ask reception that you want to go up to the skin clinic, then they'll direct you, and that's where you would go up to that certain floor and talk to their reception to get any kind of pricing that you're looking for. Talking about each hospital, the Bumrungrad one was very, again, modern. Ultra modern, very high end, but it was also the most expensive quote that we had. So basically, when we get the quote, we just ask also how long does it take to book an appointment?
Yes.
And usually it's just the next day. So you can show up the next day, have your appointment scheduled, and then you would go through the whole process. The MedPark Hospital was incredibly modern as well. Probably the most modern of the three, I would say. Would you agree with that? Or would Bumrungrad was also there?
I think the Bumrungrad felt like it was a little bit more ultra modern, I guess you could say. The valet service downstairs was kind of fun to watch. In fact, every one of them had a valet service, and little shuttles that would take you from one building to the next building on the little golf carts. So that was definitely nice to see.
So the MedPark, we went to the reception, we went up, we got the information, and then we took another Uber over to the Bangkok Hospital and got the information there. So the MedPark and the Bangkok were pretty similar on quotes.
Yeah, so we visited the three hospitals, and actually the pricing was quite different between all three of them. I think the first one, the Bumrungrad, was came in about 4,600 baht. We'll put the Canadian and American prices down below. The other hospital, the MedPark Hospital, came in at about 3,600 baht. So the third hospital we went to visit was the Bangkok Hospital, and their price came in about 2,200 baht.
So the pricing includes the consultation with the dermatologist. It also includes a little bit of the hospital charges, and I think Bumrungrad had a third charge. I'm not sure really what it was. And if we were to choose one, we wanted to just stay at the MedPark and just do that. But because we were only in Bangkok for a couple days, we weren't able to get the appointment, and it was over a weekend, so we weren't able to get the appointment before we were able to leave. So we ended up going to Bangkok Hospital and booking an appointment for the next day, which was a Saturday.
Yeah, in fact, it looks like they take appointments all weekend, which we were surprised by, but that didn't seem to be an issue as well.
So we booked our appointment at the Bangkok Hospital. The next day we showed up. It was 1:30 in the afternoon. We went to the reception where they checked us in.
Gave us a nice bottle, a couple bottles of water, which were needed at that point.
They took our passport information.
Yes. So bring your passports with you if you go.
Yeah, you need your passports. And then they took a picture of us, which is standard. And then they sent us up to our appointment up on the 5th floor, I believe it was. And then when we got up to the 5th floor, we just checked in with the reception there.
Pretty flawless.
Yeah.
You sit down, they give you a number. We didn't wait, took 5-10 minutes to wait. Then we were in for a blood pressure check, a weight check, which was also a little bit shocking for both of us, but anyway. We're traveling. And then from there, we went together and saw the actual physician. She asked us a bunch of questions about our family history, any previous past medical concerns, anything that we were concerned about on our body that maybe was bringing us in for the visit, and also basically made it really easy.
Yeah, they did a full background check. So they ask you all the questions about your family history,
any skin cancers in the family,
or any cancers in the family as well, and then any concerns that we wanted to bring forward that we noticed on ourselves that we wanted to specify and look at. Right within the same room, there's a table. They closed the curtain, so we each went in one at a time, and the doctor and assistant did a screen
full
test.
Head to toe check on every part of the skin on your body, really, with a scope, and asked us any questions about anything that was concerning, anything that she felt like was maybe wanted to take another look at. She had another scope that she got in even closer and double checked everything.
Yeah, so like I said, magnifying glass, head to toe. They'll say, whether it's a good mole or bad mole or lesion, whatever you want to have checked. It was very flawless.
Probably took us about an hour to go through it once we were admitted. I saw the physician and then received our information and were able to pay and go. Jim ended up needing just a little prescription just for one little spot. No cancer though, and beyond that, they gave us the prescription all in one shot, and we were able to pay by credit card, and it was quick and efficient.
Yeah, so right after you visit the doctor, then you go into where the payment center is, and it's just attached next to where the skin clinic was. You sit down and you wait your number again, and then a nurse will come up to you just explaining basically the charges. And then you could pay at the counter there. So you could pay right there, you could pay by credit card like Chris said, cash. But what was really surprising is that our payment total came in under our quote. So we were quoted between 2,000 and 3,000.
Which never happens.
Yeah, we're quoted 2,000 and 3,000 baht. I think Chris's examination came to 2,100 baht.
About $92 Canadian after my bank did the exchange, so I felt really happy with that.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. And then I went up and I had the prescription for the ointment that they gave me, and mine came into 2,300 baht, I believe it was.
A couple dollars difference, really. So
$95 Canadian for the skin cancer screening, head to toe, with a prescription. So we were just blown away by that pricing.
The thing about what we're doing here is preventative, not reactive, and we felt reassured that we didn't have any skin cancer that was maybe there, and we spent a lot of time in the sun, so we're just trying to be cautious and aware of our future. And
absolutely, because guess what, kids, when you turn 50 years old, shit just starts growing on you and you just have to deal with it. But yeah, so overall this experience was incredible. I didn't have to wait 18 months for a referral. I was able to see an actual licensed medical dermatologist in one of the cleanest hospitals I've ever seen within the next day.
And peace of mind. I think that's the biggest thing. Sometimes the unknown is very stressful, but we were able to get that verified by a doctor and a physician that was able to give us an answer right away.
We have a baseline now, and I hope this video helps you guys out. So if you're looking for a dermatologist, we found the best option being the hospitals to go see, and then when you get to the reception, go see the skin clinic, and they'll direct you there, and then you can express your concerns and make your appointments there.
If you have any questions or want to ask us anything, don't hesitate to put comments in the below part of the video. We'll be happy to answer them as best we can, and we certainly appreciate you watching.
And we'll show all of our pricing and everything in our description below the video, and hopefully it helped you out.
We'll see you in the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.